So I just filmed that last clip, and pretty much 2 seconds afterwards we got an alert on our phones saying there's a fire in our area. And you know, life is too short to be doing a puzzle you don't like. Hey everyone, welcome back to The Casual Puzzler. My name is Emily. If you saw my last video, which should have been a Disney vlog, then you got a heads up of what's coming. We are doing a full week of Disney puzzles. I am so excited. This is a mini series that I've been wanting to do on my channel for a while. I do have quite a few Disney puzzles that I haven't done yet, and I am so excited to break into them and do them all. Now, Disney puzzles have a rap for missing a piece, so we'll see if all of my puzzles actually have all the pieces, because the Disney brand of puzzles, there's a common theme that there's always a piece missing. So we shall see if I fall into that. But I'm so excited to be doing this series with you. Again, every day this week you'll see a different Disney puzzle. Today we are doing this one here, which I believe it was limited edition. I don't think you can buy it anymore, but we're just gonna do it for fun because it is a map of Disneyland. So it's like a vintage style map. It has this really interesting border. There's supposed to be cutouts of these shapes like the little Mickey heads and stars, and I'm excited to break into this, so let's just get going. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of the quality of a lot of these puzzles, mostly because they're limited edition and you can't really buy them anymore. But I want to show you this one because, as you can see, the edge pieces has this like shaped border, but then the other pieces are absolutely tiny. So they're extremely small. I mean, not as small as like a micro puzzle, but definitely smaller than traditional puzzles that I do. They are pretty thin as well and super glossy. So as far as preferences, not my favorite, plus they're all twos, but it's Disney, so I'm excited to do it anyways. So let's just get into this. So I just finished my first sort, and I'm saying my first because I did not really sort through the map. All the map pieces are in here, but I feel like that's the part that's going to be pretty easy because I pretty much know the Disneyland map like crazy. As in, we don't need a map to get around because we go so often, but I'm sure it'll be somewhat tricky with all the different trees and such, but that's the map. We'll deal with that later. In this box, we have all the plain white pieces, and I know some of them are with that weird border where it has like the little Mickey head cutout, so that might be pretty tricky. I did already put together the little, let me see if I can pick it up, which I can. So then right here I have the little sign that you can see when you walk into Disneyland, so I did that while I was sorting pieces just because it's really easy to find. Over here we have the different land signs, which again will be pretty easy to decipher, and then I can put in their areas. The hardest part I feel like will be the edges, because the edges are kind of crazy. They're all different sizes, all different shapes. Like some are huge like this one, some are super teeny tiny like this one, and we're just gonna have to figure that out. And then over here I did get together the Disneyland sign as well as all the different characters that are around the edge. So that is what I have currently. I'm going to work on the edge and then do the map afterwards. Hopefully I can get the edge done. I feel like that is definitely going to be the trickiest part just because of the different shapes, but I'm excited to do this one. This one's been in my collection for a while. I will say doing the map actually may be pretty tricky just because the pieces are so tiny and you can't really, well, you can, but you have to be like right up here to like see what it actually says. So in general, it's way too small, but let's just get into this puzzle. For those who don't know, this is my husband, Dave.
Oh, I am not screen ready.
He has been helping me with this edge because it was way harder than I was expecting. Instead of actually just like doing the full border, I did like the chunks, like the edge characters, because it gave me some guidance. And I feel like this edge is kind of, I don't know, not satisfying because it doesn't actually like click together, because there's some areas that are just like sitting there. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But I feel like from now on it will be a bit easier because we're just going to be doing the map, which we know by heart. So let me just show you where we're at. So as you can see, we have like these little cutouts, which made it pretty tricky because it looks like you have more edges than you do. But we have this crazy like scalloped edge, and then you can see in some places like right here where it doesn't actually sit together, it just like sits there. And so this is where we're at. We have all the characters done and the little signs, and so now we're actually just gonna work on the map, but this is where we're at. Over. Hi, buddy. Look at me. Hi. Oh, you enjoying the sunshine? Yeah. So this is where I'm at. It just looks like a mess, but all these pieces are in like their lands. But I just want to show you like how small this writing is, because I mean the piece is pretty tiny and it has like this really tiny words, and again these are super small puzzle pieces, so it just gives me a headache while doing it, so I don't know what to do.
Finish it!
I know. Dave is telling me just to power through, but I really don't want to feel awful for Disneyland tomorrow, just because it's really difficult. I feel like I haven't really made any progress with the map, and it was like a good 2 hours of me doing it. So, I don't know. So just so you can see, I'm not going to show my exact address obviously, but this is the fire and we live around here. So it's only a few miles away. We're completely fine. I'm really not thinking it's going to get to us, but just to let you guys see what's happening. We just came out to our like HOA park, and there's a lot of smoke in the distance. I think we're fine. It's about 5 miles, like straight distance from us, so I think we're fine. And if this video's up, then we're okay. But just to show you what we're looking at. So you can see like the very distinct blue, and then there's smoke. And actually through that smoke you normally would see mountains, which you cannot see right now just because it's just smoke. But you can definitely see like the difference between like sky and maybe you can't. I don't know, but you know. So I just filmed that last clip, and pretty much 2 seconds afterwards we got an alert on our phones saying there's a fire in our area. And you know, life is too short to be doing a puzzle you don't like. So I had really high hopes for this puzzle, and I really thought the map part would be the easy part because I know a Disney map, I know the whole layout. But this box is one, completely useless because everything is so tiny and blurry that you can't actually see what's where. So you really, like, I was relying more on my memory than the actual box. And also the puzzle pieces are so tiny, the writing is so tiny. I already don't have good eyesight, so it was just giving me like an instant headache trying to see what things were. And I can admit defeat. I just don't care to do this puzzle. I really want to like it, but I think the pieces would have had to been double the size and an actual clear image to actually do this puzzle. But I hope one of you can do it. So I am going to put this up as a giveaway. If you feel like you're up for the challenge, leave me a comment down below to enter. I'll leave the info down in the description box because I feel like it's still like decent quality. It's just too small for me to handle. And I hope one of you likes it and is able to do it. But that's it. Anyways, not the way I want to start off Disney week, but you know, things happen. Sometimes you fall into a trap where the puzzle just isn't working out. Hopefully the rest of the week goes a little bit better than today. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Disney video.